Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I'm at Campeo UK in Lincoln and I'm here to review this. Now this is brand new for 2025. It's the BÜRSTNER Campeo Skyline C600. BÜRSTNER, German manufacturer, you may be familiar with them. I've done a few reviews of their product before. So this for 2025, obviously it is a van conversion based on the Fiat Ducato, and the new Campeo Skyline is trying to bring a more affordable van conversion to the consumer. So what we're going to do is going to take a look around the new features of it and find out what we actually think. So let's make a start up here at the front and go through some facts and figures. So as I said, it's based on the brand new 2025 Fiat Ducato, and you're going to know it's the new model because first of all it will have Ducato embossed here, and then you'll see this new front grille. So this is what you want to be looking for. Now the paintwork on the Campeo Skyline is this, it's Lanzarote Grey, which I think is quite a nice colour. In terms of the size of this van conversion or campervan, it's 5 metres and 99 centimetres in length, it's 2 metres and 5 centimetres in width, and it's 2 metres and 65 centimetres in height. Now this one has got the optional pop top, so when it's popped, it's a heck more higher than that. So when it's down, it's 2 metres and 65. In terms of weight, this van conversion, it is 3.5 tonnes or 3,500. So you can drive it on your B category on your UK driving licence. Now price-wise, the Campeo Skyline, the range, this model C600, this starts at £66,000. That's with the standard 2.2 litre diesel engine, 140 horsepower, manual transmission, and not some of the extras that this one's got on it. This one at Campeo UK, as we can see, is £73,500, and that's because it's got a few more extras, including that pop top. Now the model itself, you can either have it as a 2-berth or go all the way up to 5 berths. So if you are a family looking for a camper van, then that might be for you. So at the front on this one, we have got the optional lighting down here, and we've also got the chrome bar added to it as well. And then it's got this nice black gloss grille. I do like the front styling and the large BÜRSTNER badge, and we can see the Skyline decal here to tell us a little bit more about which model we're driving. What we'll do is we'll make our way down the offside first of all. So the additional graphics or decals we're going to get on the Campeo Skyline is the red and the black here on that Lanzarote Grey. The alloy wheels, the Fiat alloys, and you are getting all-season tyres as well from new. Then we have our electrically operated wing mirrors. Now because this is a van conversion camper van, they're not as wide as you'd find on a normal motorhome, so it's a nice and agile vehicle. Continuing down, so we've got obviously our driver's side door into the cab, and then we have the sliding habitation door. We'll see that soon. This one has got the LED light fitted and the dark coloured 2-lay awning as well. That's a manual wind out awning. There is the electric step fitted. And then carrying down, we can just see these graphics for 2025. And here is our water filler point. Now on board, you're going to get a 91 litre freshwater tank and a 90 litre grey waste tank. Let's head round to the rear. Now the doors are open at the moment. I'll close those so we can see it in a minute. On this one, fitted at Campeo UK, there is the reversing or rear view camera with the LED high level brake light. And then we can see into the actual back of the camper van itself. Now if you were just having it in the standard 2-berth, this is what you'd find, no pop top and just this bed. With the additional 4-berth like this, we've got the pop top, and if you want 5 berths, the dinette will convert into 5. But in 2 berths, you're going to have this fixed bed here. This strut here does lift if you're wanting more garage space here, so you can lift this up and separate it with these memory foam cushions. This bed is 197 centimetres long and 157 centimetres wide, so not a bad sized bed. This is your understorage here that we can see, the ladder for the pop top, the winder for the awning, and then on the near side there is a locker here, and you can fit 2 11-kilo gas bottles here, which you will need for cooking and also for the heating if you're off grid, because it has got the Truma air blown heating. So that's your locker box. Just close that one there, so you can see there the garage space and the nice illumination and those overhead lockers. We'll see a bit more when we go in. Let me just pull these two for a moment just so we can see the back end. So I won't close them fully, but I just want to show you these now. So at the back here, so we've got the two doors opening out. We can see the graphics, the decals, and these two windows. You can see this one's just open ajar to give you an idea of how you can use it for ventilation. Now, if I open them back up, what you will find here are blinds. So you have got blinds on an evening, you've got the fly screen for when you have got the window open, and then the plain plastic blind on a night time. So that's the rear end of the Skyline. Let's venture down the near side. So coming down the near side, we can see again the side of these graphics and the windows. This porthole window here, this is into the bathroom space. We'll see that shortly. Our toilet cassette point. And then down here, this is where the grey waste, that 90 litre waste tank, is going to drain from. Then we have our electric hookup point, and then the vent for the Truma air-blown heating. And then carrying on down, this is the passenger side door and the diesel filler. Just gives you an idea there of these cab finishes. So we've got the black finish on that, the blinds in the doors and across the windscreen as well. Right, let's trot round and take a look inside. So as we come around, so we've got the electric step, as I mentioned, this nice light bar, the door. It's a manual operation, which we'd expect at this price point. Slides nicely back. You are going to get the fly screen, so when the doors open, you can pull this across to stop the insects coming in. You can see the light wood here. Now, if I just bring you down here, this is where you're going to find the button for the electric step. And also that light operates the awning light. So that's the on and off. And then the second light is this lower level lighting here. So I'll just press that again, and that's your lower level. So when you return to your van, you're accessing those light switches straight away, which is good. Right, I'm going to dive in. Now, let me take a seat over here. So as I say, this one is the pop top. So this is the large space we can see above us, and I've just got this strap here. So that's what this is doing, hanging down here. So that's the pop top, which we'll come to. Now, the Skyline fabric, so we've got this dark black and white fabric finish and this leather style trim here, and then the white finish on it. And if I pull one of the armrests down, you can see that's finished on there as well, and embossed on the headrest is Skyline. Now this is the 2025 Fiat Ducato. So here we've got our multifunctional steering wheel, and if you look up there, you can see the dials there. They've got those white needles on them, and those will obviously fire into action digitally when you start up the camper van. Now this one's the manual. You can opt for an automatic transmission, various controls, USB charger, cup holders, and the screen here as well, where we're going to be able to see our rear view camera. So that is the dash. The dash itself for 2025, it's not got any massive exciting changes, but we have got the digital air, and these little air vents are quite a nice little feature in there as well. So that's the dash. Now, interestingly enough, which I'll show you a bit further back, when I first got in this van, I couldn't work out how to turn any lights on up at the front. It looked like there weren't any, and as you can see, you can't obviously see the lights. And I thought, entry-level van, we've not got the lights. But then I discovered a light switch, and what I like is these are dimmable as well. And as I say, I will show you. So we have actually got some nice soft lighting up here, because we don't have a sunroof here. We've got that big pop top instead, and that's taking a sunroof that might be there. So it's not as dark as at first I thought. Right, now I'll turn around. So this one is, I believe this one is actually the 4-berth. If you wanted it in 5, you can get some cushions that will make this a separate sleeping area. So realistically, will it be for 2 to 5 people? It's more likely probably to be a couples, but you do get the 4 travel seats. So there's 2 seat belts there and 2 seat belts here. Now the table does actually slide and move about so people can get in and out, and you've got this further section under here that you can pull out for when there's more people sat around. And the benefit is as well, there's a plug socket here, so if you're using your laptop or stuff, you can charge at the table. Now, you're going to step down from here, as you can see, onto this next floor space. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to step down, and I'm just going to send Jules up into the pop top, because this is another of the 2 berths. Now this is about 209 centimetres in length. So you're going to have room for long adults and plenty of space certainly for children. There are a couple of little lights up there. You may be able to just see, if I pull this one here, this light switch, it does have a button on the back. You press the button and it illuminates there, and the sunroof up there in the pop top itself. Now there are parts of that pop top that you can open up, and so when you do that it lets light in. There is a ladder as well. The ladder obviously was under that bed. You attach the ladder there and up you go. When you're finished with the pop top, you pull it back down and it will be secured back into place. So that's the pop top operation, which I won't demonstrate in this video, but that's basically the mechanism. So that's your pop top, which is optional. So that's going to cost you more if you want that fitted. Now, coming through the lounge area, under the pop top, one, we've got these nice lights, which I'm going to demonstrate in a minute. Then we've got some cupboard space. And then under here, we've got these little directional lights. You can move these about and they've got little buttons that you just press there. And then it comes down. Now this wall space, it's a plastic finish. Again, this is what I would consider an entry-level camper van. So starting at 66,000. So this is the finish that I would expect. So that's, you know, what I would be expecting at this price point. We do get the Remis fly screen and the blinds as well. Now on the blinds, they're the plastic finish. Again, that's not what I would not be, that is what I would be expecting on a European van. So that's what I would be expecting. Television bracket here. And then coming along, before I dive into the kitchen, I'm just going to show you a couple of hooks here so you can hang your coats or what have you. And then it's a bit of a strange place, but it's nice to see. We've got a couple of USB charging points just there. So they're situated there. And then down here, we've got a wardrobe. There is a little bar under there. I can't find any obvious illumination in that space, but again, I won't be expecting it at this price point. So that's your little wardrobe. Now, let's head over into this kitchen space. Now, as I came in, I told you about the fly screen that you can pull here, and then we'll move down. Now, this is an 84 litre under-counter compressor, fridge and freezer. This will run off the 12 volt system on the camper van. So when you are on grid, got your electric hookup in, this is going to run through the electrics off that, basically off that electric system that's coming in. When you're not on electric hookup, this is going to be running off your 12 volt batteries. So what I always say with these sort of appliances is consider how much you're going to be going off grid. Do you need solar? Do you need an additional battery? Because although they are efficient, you'll find that they do draw quite a lot of power. I've had a compressor fridge myself, this exact size, so I'm talking from my own experience. I'll close that up. Now coming along, we have a black worktop finish, and what you'll find, because the compressor fridge is here, this is just a fascia. There's no access here. And then we find two gas burner rings, which is why it's good that you've got two 11 kilo gas bottles, because you can use your heating off grid and you can use these gas burners on the hob. And then there is the hot and cold tap here. So the Truma, you're going to heat your hot water, and then you're going to have that off your 91 litre fresh water tank. Moving upwards, so we've got this little light bar, and again, this has a separate switch here, little LED light, and then above it there is this cupboard. Smallish cupboard space, but not bad at all, it's there at least. The control panels for the camper van are just round this corner here, so we can find the onboard system and the Truma panel. So we've got our controls here. And then as we come down, we have got fitted a Thetford gas oven. So a small appliance, but it's nice to see it on board because a lot of us do cook indoors, especially when the weather's not amazing. And then here we've got a storage cupboard. Now there's not much room in camper vans when we do reviews, so I always try my best to show you what I can. Now we've got here a pull-out drawer with cutlery tray. I'm glad that's fitted. I do like a cutlery tray myself. It does keep everything nicely together, especially when you've been on the road and everything's moved. And then a good sized pull-out drawer here in the kitchen area, and I'll close that. I'll do those. Now, these are the light switches. I was talking about the dimming lights. Let me do these first. Now, this one, first of all, this just operates these ones in the ceiling. So they're straightforward on and offs. Now, these are actually dimmer switches. Now, if I just press and hold this one, there we go. So this one's the bedroom. I don't know if you saw that strip there. So off and then on at full pelt. There we go. And then you can press it and take those lights down and up again. Now the second switch, now this operates in here and also the cab. If you turn around into the cab, now when I came in I could not find, if I do that, I could not find a light switch and it didn't look like there were any. But when I press and hold, you can change you can see there's a little bit of flickering there, so it depends which level you want. So the lighting in this BÜRSTNER is actually very nice. You can have a nice soft lighting on a night time. Bedroom space, now we saw the bedroom from the back, so we've talked about the size, 197 by 157, heads at this end, feet at that end, so you can see that. And because of the shape of the van, gives you a little bit more headroom here. So that is the bed from this end. And what we do have are more of these little LED lights and then cupboards. There's 2 on this side and there's 2 behind me here. You can squeeze around me. So we've got 4 overhead lockers there. So that's where you're probably going to be putting clothes. So that's the bedroom space. To get onto the bed, you've got to jump up. I won't demonstrate that. Right, now this is quite interesting. So let's pull this back out. Near side, we've got our washroom. There's always a compromise. Now this camper van, it's 5 metres and 99 centimetres in length. So it is a nice compact little van, but we do get an all-in-one washroom, but this is a little bit of a compromise. Now, first of all, I do quite like the little toggle. It says push, so this is very straightforward. We push and it slides. Now, once it slides, what are we going to find in here? First of all, we've got our Thetford swivel toilet. What I like is there's a nice amount of space around that, and you will be able to sit on that and close the door. These are the things you always need to check when you're buying a product like this, that you can use everything within it. It's a bit like once you bought it to find out. So check about the room around the toilet. The light switch we can see there. And then what we'll do first of all is I'm going to explain these features. So this is the cabinet. That is your bathroom cabinet. Be careful when you've been anywhere because things can move. There's not much height there for aerosols or things like that, so you may have to find somewhere else for those. Then we can see these little bits of shelving, and then coming across, the bathroom does go back into here. So coming into here, we have got a nice amount of depth here. There's a further shelf, so when you've arrived on site, you can get your toiletries out and put them on this shelf. A mirror, it does make it feel more spacious. Lighting. And then our sink, it's actually quite high. I'm 5'4", and as you can see, it's sort of quite a height up at me. Now on Skyline, the Campeo Skyline Black, the black finish is one of their special sort of features of it. This pulls out. Now I'm going to talk about a couple of things that you can do with this. This is in its sink place, hot and cold tap. You use this obviously as a sink. There's not a lot of intrusion, just be careful with your head here, but otherwise that is quite a good size sink. When you want to shower, now this to me is the compromise. You're going to pull this out and you're going to attach it up here, okay? That's now your overhead shower. Hopefully it won't drop on me while I do a demonstration. Back here is a shower curtain. So you're going to close this door obviously and pull out your shower curtain. The shower curtain's the plasticky type and it's going to come all the way around here. You can see this rail. They are very sticky. So once you're wet in this rather confined space, you are going to probably have a shower curtain stuck to you. I don't know how many people would choose to shower in this camper van, to be honest. It is a small and confined space, but there is the option. There's also a toilet roll holder down there, which is a bonus for an entry-level van. Now, the other thing you can do is, if you need an external shower outside, this hasn't got one fitted as standard. What you can do is open this frosted window, and again, I'm glad to see frosted. It has got a blind and a fly screen. If I pull that down, it's got a fly screen there. The blind, it opens. You can always feed this outside. So if you've got bikes or pets to wash, or even if you want to have a shower outside, not obviously with no clothes on, but you can feed this out of this window and use this as an external shower. So that's a point there to mention. I'll feed that back in. There we go. Leave it as you found it. So that's a bathroom space. It is a compromised space. It's a small camper van, but it has got the shower, it's got the toilet and a good sized sink. The only things I'd like to see extra in there is maybe a more useful bathroom cabinet, but otherwise, yeah, for the money, it's going to do what it says on the tin, and then we close it up like that, and that's that. So that's the bedroom. That's our onboard washroom, our kitchen, which has got the gas hob, And it's also got the oven, the gas oven as well, and that 84 litre fridge and freezer. We finish off with our dinette space here, our cab, and let's just dive out straight off our electric step. So that is the exterior of the BÜRSTNER Campeo Skyline C600, a 5.99 metre campervan in 2, 4 or 5 berths, the optional pop top. This one at Campeo UK has got a few extras on it. As I say, prices start at 66,000. This one's been spec'd with that and a couple of other bits. What I will do, I'm going to put a link down here in the description so you can visit the BÜRSTNER website and have a look at this model in more depth. I'll also put a link to the Campeo UK website so you can check out their full BÜRSTNER range. They have van conversions and motorhomes as well, some very nice ones. So there we go. Thanks to Campeo UK in Lincoln who've let me come and do a review of this brand new 2025 model. That is appreciated. So as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.